If you're in your 20s, this might be the most important video you ever watch. Not because it will make you rich overnight, but because if you ignore what I'm about to say, you might wake up one day at 35, tired, stuck, and wondering why life feels so hard, even though you did everything right. And the worst part? By then, it's not impossible to fix, but it's a lot harder. Right now, you've been sold a story. Study hard, get a job, earn money. Everything will work out. And for a while, it feels like it's working. You get your first paycheck. You feel independent. You buy things you couldn't before. Maybe a new phone, better clothes, eating out more often. It feels like progress. But what's actually happening is something much more dangerous. You're building a lifestyle that your future self will be forced to maintain. Here's what nobody tells you. The more your income increases, the more your expenses quietly follow. Not because you're irresponsible, but because it feels normal. You don't feel richer, you just feel upgraded. A slightly better life, a slightly bigger routine, a slightly higher baseline. And slowly, without realizing it, you enter a cycle. Earn, spend, repeat. And suddenly, your entire life depends on your next paycheck. That's not freedom. That's a trap. But the biggest mistake people make in their 20s is not money, it's time. Because right now, you think you have a lot of it. I'll start later. I'll invest when I earn more. I'll figure it out in my 30s. That sounds harmless, but it's not. Because time is not just time. Time is leverage, and the earlier you use it, the less effort you need later. Ignore it now, and you'll have to compensate with stress, pressure, and sacrifice later. Let's take two people. Same age, same income, same starting point. Person A decides to delay everything. They spend most of what they earn. They save a little, maybe. They tell themselves they'll get serious later. Person B does something different. Not extreme, not perfect, just intentional. They invest a small amount consistently. They control their lifestyle. They think long-term. Now, fast forward 10 years. Person A is earning more, but still feels stuck. Person B? They're not just earning. Their money is working for them. That difference, it didn't come from luck. It came from time. Here's the truth most people avoid. Your 20s are not for comfort. They are for positioning. Because the decisions you make now don't just affect your present. They quietly decide how much stress you'll carry later, how much freedom you'll have, and how many options you'll have in life. Most people waste this decade chasing comfort, cheap dopamine, temporary happiness, short-term validation, and then they spend their 30s trying to fix it. So what should you focus on? Not everything, just a few things done right. First, increase your earning ability. Not just working harder, but becoming more valuable. Skills that pay more, skills that scale, skills that give you leverage. Second, control your lifestyle. Not to suffer, but to stay in control. Because once your expenses own you, your freedom is gone. Third, start investing early, even if it's small, because consistency beats intensity, always. Let's be honest, this is not easy. You will feel like you're missing out sometimes. While others are spending freely, you might be holding back. While others are living in the moment, you're thinking about the future. But here's what they don't see. You're not sacrificing your life. You're buying your future. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. One version of you is still stressed about money, still dependent, still calculating every decision. The other version? Calm, in control. Not because life is perfect, but because you made a few right decisions early. Both versions are possible. The difference is what you do next. Your 20s are not just a phase, they are the foundation. And the truth is simple. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be aware before it's too late. If this made you think, then you're already ahead of most people. And if you want to understand money, freedom, and how to actually build a life that works, stay here, because this is just the beginning.